Good evening, guys. Long time no see. Let's talk about success. Success. History, success, or what? Talk about Hitler. Hitler as greatest failure ever in history. You know, in humanity's history. You know, he's actually a very, very great person. He's very talented, gifted. You know, but he been used, so he became the greatest failure ever of the humanity, because no matter how talented he is, you know, like how gifted he is, he's just used by the wrong forces, right? But he's still really one of brightest star in politics. And about success, you know, someone out there have been so freaking noisy. He really asked God a lot of things. He want to be the biggest, he want to be the most successful, very powerful, very like richest human, you know. He almost achieved everything he wants in life. But there was something wrong with this man. You know, he's always too noisy, you know. I don't know it's his insecurity or just his character. I don't know, but he's just actually one of the successful failure. You can see that he's a total loser, right? He's not a total loser, and he's successful, he's rich, he's powerful, being two presidents, 2 times the president of United States. Yes, I'm talking about Trump. Really, it's so funny, you know. You can see he's just a loser, you know. He is successful in the same level, you know. If you mean success is about the power, I mean the politic power, not the real powers, or the money, or the like worldly, very worldly 3D shits, and he's successful. But why is his failure is like he's not what he claimed to be, you know. He's not working for God. No, I don't think one thing he have done, he's doing is like divine, you know. There is only one thing I agree with Trump is he says the female is female, the male is male. That is only one thing I agree with him, and really, and the rest of thing I don't know. It's out of my understanding, or just I really don't know what he's doing all days. You know, it's wrong. It's really stupid, actually. You're not serving God. You're not doing anything actually serve the humanity, you know. You're causing chaos. You've been too noisy. But I know you both. Really. He's not actually serving any God. He is not serving his God. He's not serving the Most High God. He's not serving the Muslims' God. He's not serving the Jesus. Any God that in your knowledge, he's not serving the God. God don't tell you to attack, like to steal or to compete or have your own inner struggle. I can understand that he really wants to be a very, very great person. It costs a lot to be a great person. It costs a lot to lift the name on the history. Being a really great person, it's really costs a lot. It's on his mouth. I want to be great. I want to be great again. I want to be the greatest. And everyone wants to be the great, right? But you need to do something right. You need to do the right things, right? The right things is always the hardest. You really need to do the right things, right? You need to never intentionally or unintentionally cross others' lines, right? You shouldn't just keep stealing from the others, right? You never supposed to 1 centimeter away from your morals, right? That is being great. It's not like, okay, I already achieved a lot in life. I'm already one of the richest guy on this planet. No, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. No. It's literally no. You can't do that. You can't. You can't do that, bitch. You really can't do that. Being powerful, it's not being noisy. Being powerful, it's not like you keep bullying the weak. The real powerful person, take care of the weaks. The weak people, the weak countries, the weak nations. That is called lead by examples. It's not like, yes, I gain strength by step on others. It's not power. It's insecurity. It's fragile egos. It's your own inner struggles, I'm not dissing him, I really think it's time to say something about it. I've been, isolate myself from the world situation for months. I'm totally speechless. I think everything going around on this planet is so freaking stupid. So I'm taking a break, calm my mind, and yes, spend time with my own self, really, and gain some clarity. No, I don't care. I don't care you're a white guy. I don't care you're Muslims. I don't care you're a yellow guy, Asians, Chinese, any Koreans. I know. If you are wrong, then you are wrong. If you are right, then you are right. I'm not protecting any sides, because any side don't benefit myself. Only myself benefit myself, right? Okay, I don't want to talk about him at all. Just inspired by grandma. I think why I just said about Americans' perspective from the Europe or the UK or some other Europe nations that trying their best to not get involved in chaos. Because they've been guided by their ancestors, they've been guided by the grandma. No, God is watching your every move. That's why your plans keep failing. Right? There is no actual greatness like you being a Satan. You come when you are not invited. Right? You're forced to knock others' door when you've been rejected. You keep step on others' boundaries, cross the lines, right? let's talk about something else. I really want to talk about this part by Chinese. It's been a while, and it's not been a while. It's been many years, more than 10 years. I don't speak Chinese. I even forgot how to write some Chinese word. Even when I speak Chinese, it sounds so funny, Before I can speak fluent Chinese, when I speak Chinese, I don't know. It sounds so funny. I don't know. It's this language sounds funny to me, or I just don't get used to it anymore. I want to talk about some cool jokes. But no matter what I say, it's just truth. This fact is just exposure without trying. Some American spies really good at Chinese, right? Their Chinese is better than myself. Really. 说什么？笑话。黑猫警长，有一首歌不是叫黑猫警长，黑猫警长 ，You nervous, bitch? What is? I just wrote some jokes today. What? It's like white cat and black cat. I said if America is white cat, then the China is black cat, and there is old Chinese saying is like 白猫黑猫抓到老鼠就是好猫. It's like no matter you're a white cat or a black cat, if you just caught the mice, and you are a good cat. I actually don't think both America or China is serving the God, in general, Chinese people, like, their ancient god is Rulai, right? Rulai, Fozu. But no, they don't just have faith, or they just have one god is their party, right? But America is different. America is like we are serving God, we're God's nation. We keep our words, but no, they're actually never match their words. Before there was many people come to my life and tell me I'm your true family. Even tell myself I have a house in America, right? Blah blah blah, a lot of shades. I think I'm so blessed I'm not American, really. And what's going on is really, really like, I think it's so shameful. I think they both used by something dark, like maybe they are real cats, like they've been sent to caught the mice. 白猫黑猫. It's really funny, right? A lot of people don't know they can get what I'm talking about because they really only watch the news or just side talks on the internet, but they never know the truth. I really think they all have a filthy god behind signs manipulating them. I think these two cats is really being sent to caught some mice but if these two cats like fight each other, then the mice got the liberations, right? The mices. Who are the mices? You know who are the mices? So the cat is in doubt, like, so we should fight each other, or we should to caught the mice. They don't know, and they can't ask myself and Queen. Can you give us some advices? We should caught the mice, or we just need to fight each other? And I was like, you're still young. I was like, think that I was like, figure it out by yourself, young man. If you don't just go compromise, you just out of your work, you're not being responsible, right? Because your birthright is to to eat some mice, so you could survive, right? But if you just fight one another, then the mice, that is opportunity. The mice just got liberations. You did in the past in the Korea wars, right? Koreans wars, right? And it was a white cat. There was a white cat, and they fight one another, and who benefit from it? Like something in Earth really needs some balance, right? When two energy being too toxic or being too egoistic, and they need to balance one another, the other weak beings get benefit. For example, like liberation from it, right? I don't really think America and China is enemies. They are not enemies. They're just competitors. Just compete with one another because they are both is one. They're both. No matter it's a real devil, there was a filthy god. It's just send me one song like 同一首歌. They sing the same songs, just sing different looks and different language in different culture, but the motive is not so pure, not so good. All this joke sounds so cool to my ex-husband, Russia is not cold in the beach like like begging myself like, can we not break up, blah 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 blah. Really, before the Cold War is like Russia and America, right? But no, it seems like it's China and America. But I really don't think China and America are the real enemies. They're not enemies. It's just two toes. Well, I don't think that they're in God. No matter there are no God people or no fake God people or anti-God people, I don't know. I know, but I don't care. And then the cat is still in doubt, and there was another one I would say like, 好奇心害死猫. It's like curiosity kills the cats. When you don't know the answer, there is a reason, that is protect yourself. There is a divine protection when you don't get the answers. Not everything is just in your control, right? You don't know. You can decide tomorrow is a sunny day or rainy day, right? Or cloudy. You can decide it, right? It's not in your control, right? But when we sometimes like being too controlling, being too like stubborn, we just lose ourselves, right? Because God is in control. You're not. You can't explain all these natural disasters, this karma, these strange event. That's in your understanding, it's like coincidence, but it's actually a universal alignment of karma or divine justice. Really. So what about Russian? Let's talk about the Russians' position next time. We keep talking about these cats, white cat, black cat, and then Chinese come to ask myself, okay, and they ask myself, okay, then who is a snake? You cursing everything like. And I told Chinese, 如果你不承认蛇是你的祖先，那就让蛇当白猫的祖先吧。If you don't admit that snake is your ancestors, just like the white cat, let them be the white cat's ancestors, because they really build their conscience in 17th, right? It's really took evolutions to be an actual 18. It's not like you want to be great, then you can be great. No, it's very, very hard Even the Hitler been chosen as the greatest failure of the history. When I say this failure, I mean that type of failure is not actual failure. No, his genius in politics. He just been used. Hitler, right? But we really want to be a great beings. Great being, no matter you're human or animals. You really want to be great being. The first step is do the right things. Even John told you that, right? John told you a lot of times, like do the right thing, do the right thing, do the right. You don't listen. Then the Chinese come to ask myself again. Okay, 如果你说，那你说，日本算什么动物？日本黄鼠狼。There was another one old Chinese saying is, 黄鼠狼给几百年没有安好心，没安好心。It's really, Huang Shulang often come to like, no, this is my country, right? Here's false government. It's really come with pure intentions. I really think shit here somehow connect with past life Japan, Just their same looks, same behaviors. Really. And come with great. It's not your friend, bitch. They don't come with pure intentions. I really don't want to talk about them. They are not even. I really don't think they don't even know my karmic family. Do you know how much God love myself? You know how much there was secret. There was secret that's really, really blowing people's mind. Like when God gave me second life. And he even built a young nation for myself. Like in Kazakh, this nation is a very young nation. They only have 500 years of history. In 1,000 years, they belongs to Turk bloodlines, right? But God, for return my divine justice, give myself this nation, and he didn't even change my look. There was great reasons behind myself. Behind everything, Really, it's all designed perfectly. You just can't stop it. But there was one thing is this nation, the false nations, I mean the Kazakhstani nations, they betrayed gods and they are in their own karma. But I'm something just total new, most ancient or different. There is reason why I'm here. There is reason. There is divine justice and a karmic reason why I'm here. You don't know how God loved myself. You don't know. You have no idea of that. Good night. Whatever. It's a long talk. I tried my best to speak some Chinese, but it really sounds so funny. So whatever. Love you. It's been a while. Next time let's talk about Russia, okay? Russian is in confusion. Recently, not about others, but about themselves. I hope they found their own answers. Anyway, see you. Love you so much.